We're in the middle of a talk show, my show, Late Night with Naomi Daily Podcast. Welcome. You new here?
Live from the city where every voice matters, this is the Naomi Daily Podcast Show. She's bold, stylish, and always ready to ask the questions everybody's thinking. Get ready for celebrity drama, real talk, viral stories, and unforgettable moments.
Thank you so much. It's perfect.
Here's your iced coffee latte, Naomi.
Thanks. How many seats is that going to hold for the audience?
I don't know, like 150?
Can you figure it? I would love to know. Thanks. Beautiful. You know what I mean? Something that gets fancy. I want all different celebrities on the show. We definitely have to do a different type of situation for my late night show. I want it bigger and better.
Of course! I'm so excited about this movie. It hits theaters very soon.
Tell me about your movie role.
It is a high-stakes pilot character.
How do you do your own personal stunts?
I train hard and stay focused.
How amazing is it?
It is absolutely incredible.
That man just say the war is over. Security, security. He lost his damn mind. What the hell is he talking about?
This is a very different movie for me. I kind of quite enjoyed the movie because it has a lot of suspense in it. I normally don't do that. I'm normally kind of like a reality star, so this is something new for me.
That is so great. I'm excited for you.
Show's about to start! Now, Naomi, walk out!
Welcome to the show. Let's get this show started. Tonight, we are taking things to a whole new level. Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to have some fun?
Welcome back to a Late Night with Naomi. I'm Naomi and this is Taylor. What happened to you last week? You abandoned me.
Absolute lies. You couldn't fit me into the show because you went over time, so tell the truth.
Okay, yeah, he's right. Okay, the jig is up. Sue me.
Yes.
The show was gonna be an hour and 6 minutes, possibly longer.
Yeah.
Yes, the show was gonna be longer, so yes, I cut your act in half. Sorry, sue me.
Don't.
Guys, Taylor is absolutely right. He ain't lying some reason. I don't know what's happening, but my shows are ending up like over an hour long for some strange reason. I mean, I think I know.
Yeah.
I'm obviously the one who edited and does the show 100%, so I know the reason, and I'm just not sure that I want to change it. Now I'm just figuring out if I want 2 celebrities a week or do I want 1 celebrity a week. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But it's funner with 2 celebrities, but just much more harder. I have to do more studying. Like, I have any more time to give with doing like 4 different shows. You guys are killing me. All right, but anyways, next week it'll be 1 celebrity and the week after while I'm still trying to figure it out. So sue me if you don't like that, get in line. I have enough haters as it is. If you like this formula, I have some interesting episodes before this. Hillary was last week. Wonho was the week before that with Monique, which was really cool. It was a nice episode.
Yeah.
And I literally did Wonho 2 weeks ago and didn't even realize he had an EP coming out like the next following week. What are the odds, right? I need to start doing more research. And just so you know, I love the new single, Wonho.
Yeah.
Very different from what you do, but very, very catchy. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, and I see you went back to Blonde. Did you see my show, perhaps? Don't Wake Me Up.
Yeah.
Don't Wake Me Up. Love it. Play my sources. They need to be more updated, not me.
Yeah.
I'm not the one, blame them. If they would have been more up to date, then I would have predicted it. His album coming out next week. So let's start talking about our guest, shall we? Miss Everybody Hates Kris. Absolutely love the show. It was adorable. The executive producer, I believe, was Chris Rock. I'm not sure if he directed it.
Yeah.
But I absolutely know it was based on his life, that part, and that you pretty much played him as a younger kid growing up in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
First of all, that's disrespectful. I literally thought that you had like 7 seasons or at least 6 seasons, but it looks like you've only had 4 seasons of that show, so disrespectful. I don't know what it is, what us American TV shows where it's like the black ones don't last that long, and I say this all the time, but it's true. Completely obsessed with the animated version of this show, by the way, that was out about a year or 2 ago. I don't know if it's still going. I'm gonna have to look into that because I've been so busy with my own network. I kind of work like a full schedule, sometimes lasting about 10 to 12 hours. I would like to break it down to 8. So I believe your show started on Fox and then got migrated over to the CW, which I really did not know at the time that your show was over there.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about that because CW went to shit anyway, so we all saw that coming. You know, that's what happens when you plan. Our faces will leave you high and dry. And then you also have brothers that act that look very similar to you. It's like 3 different versions of you all at once, but you and your brothers have a very long history in acting.
Yes.
But let's jump into his resume, starting with his first career, which was Sesame Street. I had no idea, and your resume is like really long too. Like, why did I think Everybody Hate Kris was your first job? Here's a list of stuff. Sesame Street, Little Bill, Saturday Night Live, Who's Got Jokes, Everybody Hates Kris, True Jackson, VP, House, and The Cleaner. Go on, Lab Rats, The Walking Dead, Dear White People, Criminal Minds Beyond Borders, Whiskey Cavalier, and of course, Abbott Elementary as Gregory Eddy. Thought your brother played in the Lab Rats. I can't remember, but I remember it was one of y'all, but y'all look so much alike that I get you guys confused, but I know you are on Elementary. Man, that made my throat dry. Let me get some of this coffee real quick. Give me 1 second. This coffee tastes so good, but I would rather have ice. When is the staff gonna get this right? Iced latte. I absolutely did not know that you were on The Walking Dead. I watched a couple of seasons, but they're like 40 seasons, but I didn't know you were on there.
That's very interesting.
I definitely need to do my research because I had no idea it's so many people on that show. Yep. We're gonna get to these topics right now.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be late like I was last week. You know I get to talk and can't shut up. Okay, so we're gonna do these topics and then we're gonna sit down and have a conversation with Taylor later on in the show. And yes, I mean, sit down this time. Y'all will see soon. Even though I'm aware that we're sitting down now, obviously we're sitting down at a table, but I have something planned for later on in the show. However, before I get to talking about the topics, make sure you guys go and check out my film that literally dropped yesterday. It's called Naomi Who, and it's on my YouTube channel right now, so go check it out after this. I'm looking at myself in the camera right now, like the camera's pointed at me. Y'all don't see it, but I see it, and I'm giving Whitney right now.
Light strikes upon the hour, and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure it out, how to chase my blues away.
Okay, our first topic today that we're going to be talking about is Kris. He's back in the news. He's staying in the news. He's very talented with the dancing and the singing. He just got anger issues. Yeah. And it's kind of annoying because our community love those light-skinned men and will allow these men to kind of treat them any type of way because their light's getting cute, which is unfortunate. Right. I've seen some handsome-ass men who are celebrities okay, and he is not at the top of my list. He ain't bad on the looks, but he ain't like damn drop-dead gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he ain't worth getting a black eye Monday through Friday. If you know what I'm saying, ladies, you feel what I'm saying? But he was popping off, hitting somebody again. Let's check this out. Yeah.
On Friday, Kris Brown pleaded guilty to a fray over a fight in a London nightclub that injured a music producer. Brown, 37, made the change of plea during a hearing at London's Southwark Crown Court. He had previously denied more serious charges over the 2023 altercation. In return for the guilty plea, prosecutors dropped charges of assault, attempting to cause grievous bodily harm, and having an offensive weapon. Brown had denied attacking the music producer with a bottle at the Tape nightclub in Mayfair in February 2023. Brown had been freed on bail of £5 million, which allowed him to tour last summer in Europe and North America. He was freed on bail again on Friday and will be sentenced on October the 26th.
See, this is the problem that I have, though, with him is that he's been in so many different incidents. Rihanna and Usher and his girlfriend, allegedly, and the whole documentary series. Yeah. Then, even when they did that on that Discovery Channel, you know, with people pretty much coming forward and saying that he was violent towards them and aggressive girls blew that off. Yeah. Like, why are they coming for Kris? I love Kris. Great girl. You can love him all day, every day, but when you're in his truck as corpse bride out for months at a time, honey, like DVD David next. That's all I'm saying, allegedly. Because most of all are some hard-headed ass bitches, no shade. I'm just saying at the end of the day, it's like he got anger managed for the first public issue. How much therapy do a person need before you start seeing their true colors? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not cute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He can say he can dance, but when your ass is a whole nutcase next.
Allegedly.
Call me a hater, call me what you want. Listen, you gotta actually think he's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous or irresistible for me to be a hater. The therapy didn't work. Maybe he needs to sit his ass in jail for about 3 years to learn his lesson. You know what I'm saying? Maybe have him in there with a few people who like to fight just like him. But speaking on DVD David, that is our next topic, girl. They are driving me crazy with this case, so now they're moving forward on the case, with the charges they are bringing against him. I mean, do they need Sherlock to help him with this shit? Like, it's plain insight. I know that you gotta prove that shit in court. I get it. Okay, this man got so many damn issues, okay, but he should have kept his damn hands off of somebody else's child. Okay, he ain't going to jail for being a freak. He going to jail for being Jeffrey Dahmer. And I tell y'all the truth, I think Jeffrey Dahmer even had a little bit more respect. You know what I'm saying? Now you're worried about your money. Now you worry about your fame. You wasn't worried about that when you was playing Itsy Bitsy Spider with a girl that was not your fucking age. I'm just saying, I don't know what it is with these pop stars. It's annoying at best. It's horrible what's coming out of this case with the pictures and what he just did overall. He wasn't worried about that while running around with a minor.
Let's check this out on Naomi Daily.
David is back in court today for a highly anticipated preliminary hearing. He's accused of murder in the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
David is facing multiple charges after the teen's dismembered body was found in his Tesla last year. KTLA's Sandra Mitchell is live in Hollywood with an update on the proceedings. Sandra.
John and Cher, for the first time today, we get a look at the detailed evidence in this case, including testimony from a police detective and graphic pictures, really gruesome pictures of the victim's body that was mutilated, put in 2 different bags. All of this while the teen victim, Celeste Rivas Hernandez's parents, were right there in the courtroom. They got to see David face to face, and her mother cried in court. A parade of police officers and gruesome pictures of the teen victim's mutilated body. Day 1 of the preliminary hearing against singer David, and the prosecution aiming to prove there is enough evidence to force the 21-year-old singer David Burke to trial.
We will be seeking to hold David to answer for 3 felony counts of which he has been charged. First-degree murder with special circumstances, the count of lewd and lascivious acts with a 13-year-old, and the count of mutilation of human remains.
The decomposing body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in David's Tesla in September. Prosecutors say David killed her in his Hollywood Hills home because she threatened to expose their sexual relationship and ruin his music career. LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman says there is a motive and overwhelming evidence that will prove David stabbed Rivas Hernandez and then dismembered her with a chainsaw.
We are not obligated, nor will we be presenting all the evidence at a preliminary hearing that we will be presenting at a trial to prove David beyond a reasonable doubt guilty.
During the hearing, which could last up to 5 days, the defense will get to challenge and try to prove there is not enough evidence to force a trial.
They have no statements from David Burke. They don't have any other eyewitnesses. So they're going to question each and every piece of evidence that the prosecution presents.
Again, this hearing expected to wrap up at the end of this week. Then the judge will decide if this case should go to trial. The district attorney today saying they will more than prove it, and then the DA's office will decide if it goes to trial, if they will seek the death penalty.
Trust me, I get it. His team was supposed to make him look innocent, but has anybody on his team that, man, let's just figure something else out because you look too damn guilty, you know? I mean, it's too much evidence against him. He's online literally with this girl. Okay, so who the hell did it? BRIN down the street, Tom, his next door neighbor who got the bigger mansion on the block? No, Peter, that was happened to jog right by his house while she was getting out of the Uber. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
It's just very mind-blowing if you think about it, right? Because it's like, you're sitting in your mansion with this girl for months. The family thinks she's a runaway, and it doesn't come through your mind, your money, your fame. You're even bold enough to go on the internet with this girl and do like some type of kick or some type of online streaming with the fans watching, but her threatened you is what does it? Girl, these celebrities be so dry sometimes. I'm just talking about the psycho ones, like him and Kris. Allegedly, Kris is a psycho.
Yeah.
Let's get to another topic. She's not a celebrity, but she definitely is a psycho.
Yeah.
She's accused of trying to take her baby daddy out, the man is a celebrity. He was in a group called Why Don't We? It was a cute band of boys, or shall I say men. They had a few popular songs, and they're not a group anymore. Some of them went single. But yeah, accordingly, this girl dated one of them. I actually thought all of them were hot in their own different way, but this is the one that had the curly hair that he would always have, like half cute, half curly. He's adorable, and they all can sing. Well, somehow she got lucky to lay upon his D, and a few months later today have a child together, and then eventually they broke up, and I guess she wasn't getting that money, allegedly. So check this out. Her boyfriend, her dad, and her decided that they want to plot to take this guy out, her baby daddy, who is a celebrity, aka a singer in a band, just because it's a Monday. If this world is not getting any crazy about the day, you sit and have dinner with your dad, and all of a sudden you turn around at your dad and say, yeah, daddy, me and my boyfriend plotted something. I'm going to take out my ex-baby daddy, who happens to be in a band called Why Don't We? And then the dad goes, oh, sure, let me get some connections. Allegedly, it's crazy. Check this out.
A popular TikTok influencer appearing in a Los Angeles courtroom for an alleged murder for hire plot involving a pop singer who is the father of her child. Gabriela Gonzalez, along with her ex-boyfriend Kai Cordry, waiving their right to a speedy arraignment, requesting their arraignment and plea be pushed to September.
Do each of you waive the right to a speedy arraignment so that your arraignment may be continued to September 14, 2026?
Yes. The two, along with Gonzalez's father, are charged with multiple counts, including the attempted murder of Jack Avery, who Gonzalez shares a 7-year-old daughter with.
Why do I pull you close and then ask you for space?
Avery is also a former member of the boy band Why Don't We? Gonzalez's father, Francisco, was arrested in Florida and is expected to be extradited to Los Angeles. His attorney, President Court, joining the request for the arraignment to be pushed. Prosecutors allege this 2021 murder-for-hire plot stemmed from a years-long bitter child custody battle between Gabriela Gonzalez and Avery. According to court documents, Los Angeles prosecutors say Gonzalez partnered with Cordry and her father to surveil the pop star. They allegedly discussed hiring a hitman to make the killing look like a deadly car crash. Prosecutors also say they discussed Bitcoin payments. The attorneys representing the defendants saying there's too much discovery to go through in a short period of time to enter a plea.
We do need additional time. This is a very old case in terms of when the allegations occurred. Moreover, Your Honor, is...
Girl, that shit is so crazy. She was kind of like a TikTok's influencer. So, I mean, like, girl, you getting your money and you still got the time to plot a murderer for hire scheme?
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell did he do to her that bad that she's in a relationship already with somebody and she wants to plot to kill him? I told my mom all the time, TikTok ain't set up, right? Not all of you TikTokers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of y'all are, but you know some of these people be set up.
Yeah.
We're not done with the scammers on social media yet, this story. The next topic is about a YouTuber that was scamming people while stealing pockets full of cologne. Okay, I'll be telling y'all. With stolen merchandise, and please, can we pause for a second? Who would they write? Mine sits here for 15, 20 minutes on YouTube watching somebody talk about cologne when you can just go to the damn store. I mean, if y'all really think about it, somebody is literally out here giving this man millions of views to entertain y'all with something you can't even smell through the screen. Y'all act like y'all ain't doing me over here, honey, and giving me what I need, but bitches, go over here and watch clown hoes in full effect like this person that literally scammed y'all. I mean, I'm on YouTube, yes, and I think I'm giving what YouTube used to be still and trying to make it modern day, but the shit that's on YouTube today, what is YouTube doing? I mean, come on, y'all, cologne, he created a channel about cologne. He said one day to herself, eating his scrambled eggs and burnt toast, yeah, I have an idea. I'm gonna steal some cologne. Let's check this out.
Everyone, we have an amazing, peculiar selection of fragrances for today.
That's Philip Carter online reviewing various perfumes and colognes.
Perfumery is becoming very, very expensive.
Carter would often ask viewers to subscribe and donate.
Become an official Patreon, and you may be eligible to win yourself a free fragrance.
The only problem, the Cook County Sheriff's Office says what he was giving out was all stolen. This week, the 29-year-old went from online videos to having a mugshot. He's charged with mail fraud and theft by deception. Check out the items investigators say they found at his home. The arrest report shows he first placed an online Nordstrom order for 39 fragrances. The total, $11,915. Once the items arrived, he called and stated the fragrances were going to be a gift, but nobody wanted them. The report shows Carter said they were in perfect condition and haven't been opened. But when the shipment returned to Nordstrom, employees discovered the fragrances were tampered, bottles were missing, and empty boxes were filled with clay. In March, investigators say Carter went back online. This time he purchased 8 fragrances in the amount of $2,145. Like clockwork, he wanted to return them. But this time, the report revealed video of Carter driving here to the Old Orchard Mall in Skokie and walking into the Nordstrom. Yet sales associates opened the fragrances in front of Carter and observed they had been tampered and referred Carter to contact the customer service line. He eventually returned 3 of 8 fragrances. While trying to return items at the Nordstrom at Old Orchard, records show one day before he placed a 3rd online order, buying 4 fragrances in the amount of $3,085. 3 days after leaving the Skokie Nordstrom, Carter is accused of calling the service line, where he explained that he needed to return all of the purchased fragrances but did not indicate why. This week, Carter got a birthday surprise when Cook County investigators with the Organized Crime Unit served a search warrant at his Portage Park apartment. Inside, they found what you see here, 714 fragrances. The estimated retail value, $250,000.
This is my new cologne. Y'all smell it through the screen? Can y'all smell it, stupid? The question at hand is, if he made that much money profiting all them stolen colognes, what the hell is he doing YouTube for telling people to subscribe to his Patreon? You don't need that, sir. Your best bet would have been standing outside of stores you stole from and try to sell it for a cheaper price.
Yeah.
You know, hustle the hustler. Choices, right? While all those people who watched him spray his cologne, you see me spraying the cologne? Yeah, this cologne right here, y'all can come over here and subscribe. I got better entertaining content. All Tesla owners, all Tesla in the area, y'all should look out because our next topic, he's vandalizing y'all cars, girl, all because of that ugly ass Elon. I got a Tesla. One of them are in my garage, but the other one has to be parked outside.
Wow.
Lord bless me, because you know people do not like Teslas because of that situation that happened last year. Yeah. With Turkey Throat Gobbler, I don't know if they're friends or if they're not friends. Now, nobody gives a shit, to be honest. But, you know, if hit Tesla owners real hard, we gotta be dodging bitches this day and time.
A Tesla tagger caught on camera targeting cars in Irvine using spray paint to vandalize the vehicles. Investigators say the serial spray painter has damaged at least 13 Teslas in Irvine alone.
KTLA5's Haley Winslow is live in Irvine with the latest on the suspect and where he's targeting those Teslas. Hi there.
Hey there, yes, just down the street from here, we're at the police station, and so far he has targeted more than a dozen of these Teslas, strategic enough to skip the second floor of one parking structure where people are often sitting in their Teslas supercharging it. So police are hoping that you recognize this face before he strikes again. Unsettled, violated, angry. 13 victims, their Teslas all vandalized. This is Shelby's car with the word Nazi spray painted in red across the side.
I understand that some people may have strong opinions about Elon Musk or Tesla in general, but regardless of whatever someone's personal or political views are, I just don't understand how that can justify vandalizing another person's property.
This is the culprit, twice caught on camera in the act tagging Teslas, including Shelby's. She left on her Tesla's Sentry Mode feature that automatically videotapes motion detected near the car, capturing his face.
I'm surprised that he didn't cover his face the whole time. It's 2026. There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras on these cars. There's surveillance cameras, as you've seen in the structure. So we're really hoping that this person who was motivated enough to vandalize these cars would definitely be held to answer for that.
He strikes first Friday, vandalizing several Teslas up to the fourth floor of this parking structure on Michelson Drive and Carlson Avenue in Irvine. Then strikes again Monday in this residential parking structure right around the corner of the same plaza called Park Place, tagging 9 more Teslas parked on the first floor. Officer, where would you advise Tesla owners park?
Try to park in a well-lit area and try to park where there are like a lot of foot traffic, so there's other people that are watching at all times.
Irvine police are hoping someone recognizes this man and calls their department before he strikes again.
I know it wasn't personally towards me, it was more towards the owner of Tesla, but it just sucks, you know, because I had to drive that car home and everyone on the freeway was just looking at me.
Irvine police are advising if you have a Tesla, especially if you live in Irvine, make sure your Sentry Mode is turned on. And if you have any kind of dash cam or other recording device on your camera, make sure that is on as well. And it has enough hard drive space that it can record overnight. And of course, if you have any information, call Irvine police right away so that they can get this guy caught before he vandalizes more cars. Reporting live in Irvine, I'm Haley Winslow, KTLA 5 News.
Welcome back. Let's check the latest buzz.
Time for some sparkle.
You are looking fabulous. Let's see what happened on the lot. Oh, they got you, girl.
I can see that.
What does it say?
It says you're hot and fabulous.
Oh, okay, I'll keep it. That's really unfortunate because not everybody is part of that whole spectrum, you know? Like, before we actually knew who he really was and all this politic got involved, we just liked the car. But now it's totally different.
When you happen to be on a long trip, I'm thinking, girl, I don't trust my husband because you know he can fall asleep at any moment in time. And you know, at least I know the car will save in my life. And I know you are like, no, he wouldn't. Oh, girl, my husband can fall asleep anywhere.
Okay.
So that was a primary source for me shopping for my next car.
Now, there are a whole lot of cars that do the same thing, because I know that's what y'all were thinking, but no one has the charging ability like that brand does. All of the other brands are shitty. Oh, I got 2 chef gourmet dinners that I think you should try. Maybe you should try them both.
They're delicious.
I know. But back to what we were saying, it's really unfortunate. You know that people are being vandalized like this because some people might absolutely hate that man, but because of the tides.
Yeah.
You can't come with the stigma of that man in general. You know, it ties anybody who owns the car kind of to him, but y'all ain't gonna tie me to him. I don't have nothing to do with that ugly ass man. Because apparently y'all didn't know you could be ugly and filthy rich. Can y'all not see? Because it's exactly him. He's ugly and he's filthy rich with an ugly ass soul too, so money doesn't change everything. But I can say this to many people who go and get Louis Vuitton or Gucci, bitch, you don't know Gucci and you don't know Louis Vuitton, yet you're wearing it like they name means something to Jesus. So stop judging us. You don't have the damn right to. I don't give a damn about that man at all. When you can look at him in a G-string and call him sexy bitch, then that's when you can come for me. And Lord knows I'm not talking about his baby mamas. God bless y'all soul, honey. All y'all saw was the price tag when you lay down with him. Honey, I know how you feel, but me ill gross. Okay, on to our next topic, girl. This squatter shit is getting real heavy this day and time. I mean, they squatting everywhere. I mean, even in an Airbnb. I know some of them Airbnbs be looking great. And I know some of you influencers be taking pictures of yourself with the cell phone like, oh my God, this is my house. This is where I live. But girl, you got to give it back in 30 days. I don't belong to you.
Yeah.
So this man is from a different country and he was staying in this woman's B&B for 30 days. He paid to be there for the 30 days, but after the 30 days, he was like, I ain't going nowhere. Check this out.
Wendy Weissman may work in the software industry, but for the past decade or so, poker has been her passion.
It's a great river to bluff. Super good. Good job, Wendy.
The SoCal native, a frequent competitor in the World Series of Poker. But recently, Weissman says she was dealt a full house in all the wrong ways.
He just refused to leave.
Weissman is talking about this guy.
Do you think it's fair that you're staying here and not paying?
Yeah, it's really fair.
That was Evan Lamarck, a man from France who slams doors and drops F-bombs.
Oh, back for more?
Yeah, allez, go bro.
Oh.
C'est-à-dire all day, you're funny.
Lamarck was living in Weissman's Hermosa Beach townhome, which he originally booked for a month through Airbnb. Weissman says after paying for 48 days, though, he refused to leave and he stopped paying.
It's squatting. It's definitely squatting.
Weissman has been listing the townhome on Airbnb for the past 2 years. Because Hermosa Beach restricts short-term rentals in her neighborhood, she can only offer the property for bookings of 30 days or longer. And that is the root of her problem.
Once you allow someone to remain in occupancy for 30 days, they establish tenancy rights, and then you have to use the civil litigation process to remove the person.
Real estate attorney Daniel Bornstein says that process in California can take 6 months or even longer in some cases. And with the Olympics coming to LA in a couple years, he says even more disputes over short-term rentals like this can be expected as tourists from around the world pour in. Bornstein's advice to those thinking about sharing their home on Airbnb or other platforms: make sure you have proper documentation to establish identities, confirm the date they are vacating, check that they have airline tickets booked out of California on the appropriate dates, and do not rent for more than 29 days at a time.
You would have the right to change the locks at that point in time.
In Weissman's case, it was too late to change the locks, and as the days dragged on, she says her costs piled up. A 6-month eviction process would equal more than $70,000 in lost rental income.
This is going to devastate me if he ends up staying, for any length of time.
Plus, she still has to pay her mortgage and property taxes during that time and all the attorney fees related to eviction. As for any help from Airbnb, the company says it tried to contact the guest multiple times but was unsuccessful.
Airbnb did the absolute minimum. I mean, they said call your local law enforcement.
But Weissman says because this was a civil matter, police wouldn't be able to do anything.
Why are you staying in the Airbnb and not paying?
I explained her, she knows the situation.
Can you explain it to us, though?
No.
Weissman tells us Lamarck claims his credit card was stolen and he couldn't leave until it was replaced. But a couple days after we chased down Lamarck, his squatting plan sprung a literal leak.
This was just gushing water.
Weissman's neighbor told her water was pouring out of the townhome. That, she says, constituted an emergency, allowing her to enter the property where she says she found this.
They tried to break into my closet.
Weissman felt she now legally had the upper hand, something she thinks Lamarck realized because she says later that night he packed up a U-Haul and disappeared, leaving the townhome a mess.
You can see there's still a lot of standing water in here.
While Airbnb does offer damage insurance through its air cover program, Weissman says the company needs to do more to protect property owners, like provide squatter insurance when guests refuse to leave.
I would have taken it. That would have been great.
We asked Airbnb about possibly offering squatters insurance, but the company didn't give us an answer. Concerning Weissman's situation, the company sent us a 2-sentence statement. Issues like this on Airbnb are very rare. In this case, we are in contact with the host and have removed the guest from our...
I don't know why Airbnb lying like that. They such liars. I call them the capital of pimp for real. They just be doing the absolute most of their clients and to us regular folks as well too. Yeah. They know damn well they shouldn't have sent that small ass sentence back as a comment. That's how you know they don't give a flying fuck. On the wall, okay, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I kind of have my own experience with them where they let people who are renting not tell their customers that it's like 1 billion stairs. And then there was an apartment that I stayed for like over a month, and it was like one of the hottest days, and the place did not have AC, which I thought was crazy. But I absolutely think that should be written on the contract. It was written, but the stairs and not having an AC should be required. Yeah. You know, like you don't need an elevator, but at least say, just so you know, before you book this, you're gonna be walking up 59 stairs, because we say it's on the first floor, but the first floor is actually the 7th floor. You know what I mean? No, but they be like really catfish people sometimes. Like, I've been to like 4 different B&Bs when I stayed in the Netherlands most of the summer, and like 2 out of 3 of them were like real catfish. 2 of them pretty much speculated that the property we were staying on was like a second addition on the side of their house, to find out it was on their property and it was a shared unit. Like, I'm a whole ass adult. I don't want to wake up and be looking at somebody else, you know, milking their cow. Let's move on to our next topic. We have one more left after this, and then we're going to go to our trailer and then a commercial. This is about Noah Wells. A situation transpired in the story. So an audio track dropped of a friend needing emergency assistance.
Yeah.
They thought the boat was sinking. You guys heard the audio track, right? My friend is literally yelling for emergency assistance because she thinks the boat is sinking.
That's wild.
Well, it was real muffled, but some people are allegedly saying they could hear them talking about Noah in the background and pretty much him being gone or needing assistance. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they don't need help anymore an hour later, which is really crazy. Check this out.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn Island? Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
Oh, we're not aground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
So, there are 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
Let me intervene for a second now. It could be something wrong with my ears, but I swear I thought I heard him say on the line, it's a lot of people breathing on the boat. Is that just me? Is there people on the boat? There's no people on the boat. Clearly, she's asking that because she can hear people in the background now.
Yeah.
I've heard audio where you could hear people talking very loud in the background. I think that was a call to cover their ass, allegedly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? They already seem paranoid as is while he's talking about no one being over the age of 18.
Yeah.
That's not the question she asked you, sir. She asked you how many people were on the boat with you, clear as day, and he couldn't even comprehend that that's how drunk he was. But then this is the same people who are trying to get us to understand that their friend said he was staying behind. You can't understand the lady on the phone, but you expect me to think you understand your friend.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
Ultimately, Cito says it did not end up towing the boat. Cito said in a statement released to NBC News, before assistance was rendered, the vessel owner advised that Cito was no longer needed because help had already been obtained. Cito's involvement concluded at that point. The investigation into 18-year-old Nolan Wells' death is ongoing, according to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. The full version of the call can be heard on our website, WLOX.com.
This new recording came from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, MDMR, released in response to a public records request. It is a call placed from the boat carrying Nolan's friends to a private towing company called Cito. The call was made from Horn Island, on July 4th at approximately 4 p.m. That timestamp matters, and we'll come back to exactly why in a minute. Now, this is not the first audio to surface in this case. On July 16th, dispatch audio was also released, covering the same general incident, tied to reporting on FBI involvement. That earlier release captured a shorter portion of the exchange, a voice confirming everyone was on board. What's new as of July 26th is the fuller MDMR recording, obtained separately, that captures more of the call from the beginning. The hold music, the pickup, and the initial report of the emergency. So to be clear on the record, 2 separate audio releases, 2 weeks apart, same underlying event, a boat malfunction involving Nolan's friends as they left Horn Island on July 4th. Why does a boat malfunction call matter to a missing person and death investigation? Because it's one of the only pieces of this day that isn't based on someone's memory. It's not a friend's recollection weeks later. It's not a retelling on a podcast. It's a time-stamped, recorded, third-party document of exactly what a group of Nolan's friends said to a towing company on the afternoon he disappeared. In a case that has been defined really since the beginning by competing accounts, deleted social media, and dueling narratives about what happened on that island, a piece of hard evidence like this stands out. It doesn't tell us what happened to Nolan, but it tells us, with certainty, what his friends were doing and saying at a specific, verifiable time. That's the significance.
And then racist people are asking themselves, why are we so interested in this situation?
Yeah.
Why were you reading into it if your friend Chuck went missing in a back alleyway? And you know that back alleyway was known for being poked in the butt, but he went missing. Would you not be curious where your friend Chuck was?
Okay, then shut the hell up. It ain't adding up. That's why.
This story is going to keep unfolding because y'all don't know how to lie, right? Y'all just ain't great liars, but y'all always want to talk about us. Okay, look at your president. He ain't a great liar. It might not be today or tomorrow, but shit will unfold and it's going to get real hella messy.
Okay.
And that's as simple as I'm going to break it down for y'all. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. Guilty looks like guilty. And believe me, I'm a comedian. I'm not making light of this situation. I'm just saying hillbillies be absolutely trying it, but they know they love a good fucking mystery, even if it ends with the alligator. This story is not going anywhere, so I'm gonna keep you up to date because, honey, this story is messy as hell from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
And I want to see somebody locked up. Okay, our last story is about Mitch. Y'all know Mitch. Some people say he alive. Some people say he ain't alive. Some people say he's sick. Some people say he ain't. A lot of people say it's all AI. But sometimes I'm wondering, my damn self shit and my AI, are we actually experienced in this moment for real of all this fuckery that's going on right now?
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm glad this happened, but in a way, I'm not glad it happened, but I'm able to do what I do now because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's going to make us even more stronger.
Yeah.
But y'all need to wake the F up for real if getting retarded at this point. They're too old and y'all are allowing these people to work past ages y'all asses don't even work. Do you see how some of these people are looking? Including Mitch B. Withered isn't a good thing, baby. It's when you're at your last ropes, okay? That's not a great look for anyone.
Yeah.
They so delusional, they'll talk shit about someone else calling him Sleepy Joe while turning around and sleeping his damn self. This is how bad it is. You'll call somebody old, but be bad by your damn self.
Yeah.
It really got this bad that they listen to somebody who can't even stand up on his own damn cankles. Okay, they are not ankles. He can't even stand up. He's 2 steps from a walker. Okay, he need assistance to walk downstairs, but he's sitting up here trying to read a bitch what he reading because the damn show ain't sticking or a fundamental, but the files are Epstein Island, and them bitches are sure as hiding. Okay, they don't want to come out to play, and I don't blame them, especially when you so bad body. I mean, he look rough, y'all, rough, talking about 2028.
That breaking news, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear calling on U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell to provide proof of his capacity to serve or resign. Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Kelly Rippin.
I'm Stephen Albritton. That new 2-page letter addressed to McConnell and his Senate staff. Now, it's dated yesterday and reads in part, when you run for office and serve as one of a state's 2 U.S. senators, you willingly abdicate much of your personal privacy. As governor of the state you serve, I'm calling on you to directly and verbally address the people of Kentucky and provide proof of your capacity to serve or resign. This letter comes as McConnell's office released an update yesterday, as well as this new photo of him and his wife, Elaine Chao. The update included quotes attributed to McConnell, saying he remains at a rehab facility and would miss this weekend's fancy farm picnic in Kentucky. McConnell was hospitalized on June 14th after a fall at his home left him unconscious. He then developed pneumonia. His office initially did not prove any information on McConnell's condition or provide any, but finally did on July 12th. Nearly a month later, weeks of speculation surrounding his health. We'll keep you updated on any new developments.
Okay, y'all. Well, if y'all find that shit normal, even the video we just saw with him standing up, does that look well to y'all?
Yeah.
I mean, when a bitch wobbles, is that a good thing? When I get to wobbling, I'm staying home. It's getting damn right embarrassing at this point, y'all.
Yeah.
Like them when they wobble. You like them when they penguin shape. You like them when they have no common sense, brain of a peanut. The list is as long. Y'all like them when they want to take gay rights away, but behind the scenes getting banged with donkey dicks in a back alleyway, honey, but will sign a lecture in a heartbeat condemning other. I mean, you'll have people who wasn't attractive when they were 20 and ain't attractive now in their 80s, putting a picture side by side with other people. The shit is getting crazy today. Let me pull out my Mac computer real quick. There's a couple of people on my list, honey, that I could say a good handful that should be retiring, and if November, y'all bitches need to make it happen. Y'all played in our face enough this year. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
We gotta stop this foolishness, and years in the future, y'all better not have somebody this fucking old ever in your life again.
Oh no, it's that time. It's the time. It's the movie TV trailer of the week.
Oh God, you got me scared. Let's check it out right now. The first time?
Yep.
Oh, I just bumped into someone. A redhead woman. She says she knows you. She was here to see you. I don't know anyone with red hair. Are you sure?
We need to take this elevator. Cute nerd told me it's upstairs, 7th floor.
The little girl, are you flirting with other guys?
No, of course not.
Good, because you're mine.
This elevator is taking forever.
I'm just not okay, 'cause I'm not.
This is my song.
Yeah.
They said what they said, they talk what they talk. Pretty girl like me ain't going away. She's a devil.
How are we supposed to get in to the store to find the hard drive?
Use your eye scanners.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Silly me. What exactly are we looking for?
Data. Flash drive, gold.
Is this the flash drive we're looking for?
It's gold. Yeah, it is!
We jumped off the skyrise building. What now? Do you have a plan?
I always have a plan.
One day, bitch, you're gonna turn around.
You're a smooth criminal, you know that?
I think that's what you like about me, right?
That's true. And you're cute. Easy on the eyes, right?
Cause you know, big camera handle me. You know you all about that green. So come and see me, yeah. You know what the hell I mean. I'm not fooling with it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm just not okay, 'cause I'm not fucking when they do. Yeah. They say what they say, they talk what they talk, but a girl like me ain't going nowhere. She's a devil, she's a snake. Played in my face, now bitch, I ain't never going nowhere. Ooh. Look at you walking up the streets with your head held wide, I'm no caring over till you see me, huh? We started it now, I'm gonna finish it. I told you when I see you, it's gonna be on and pop, and I'm gonna drop that jaw. Okay. And trust me, ain't no bitch gonna stop me to keep playing in my face.
Ooh, this girl ain't made for me. So you thought you were gonna run a game? Did I interrupt your robbery? I play your right, now you're mad. 'Cause the spring knows you're
Okay, I think the coast is clear. We've been dancing long enough. We should get out of here before they come back.
Well, you said the coast was clear where you were afraid to dance any longer with me.
No, don't push your luck. We're just partners, that's it.
You're sure about that? Because I am handsome.
Let's focus on the mission so I can get back to my side gigs. My side gigs pay the most, must be for real. I think back here I saw an exit. Wait, damn, that was so close! We almost got exposed because of you!
That's why? You always blaming me. Walk this way. I think I saw a pothole.
I wish you stopped doing that.
What's the problem? We're partners, right?
SWAT team, freeze!
That was a close call. We better get down to the basement as quick as we can. Well, that was the trailer of the week, which is available right now on the channel. It will be available for the next 2 weeks before the next program, so go check it out. It's so action-packed and fun.
Okay, we're going to commercial, and we come back. We're going to be sitting down with this guy, getting to know him better and what he's been up to in the last few years. Come right back with us.
Hey, I'm Taylor from Everybody Hates Kristen in Elementary, and you're watching Late Night with Naomi Daily Podcast Show. I'm having the time of my life on this show, but you make sure you guys subscribe, cause this is the place.
If you like the channel or the program that you're watching, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button below. Thanks, honey. Hey girl, you don't mind if I borrow some of your jewelry and some of your gowns, cause it was given the walls. What? Why are y'all looking at me like that?
Yeah.
And I can go anywhere on the Neomi talk show. Hey y'all, I'm Naomi and this is Tony, and of course you're on the set of Naomi Talk Show, and we're in the middle of a cooking segment. We were trying desserts.
Yeah, you heard it right.
Desserts. Well, if you love food, then Naomi Talk Show is the place for you. I have food segments all through season 2 and 3. Normally I'm in the kitchen with my chef. I called him Chef Gorgeous. But today's episode, I'm in here with the handsome Tony. You know, OnlyFans Tony.
You have another name. It's just Tony. You can just call me Tony Naomi.
Okay, OnlyFans Tony.
Oops. I'm so sorry.
No problem. My talk show, the Naomi Talk Show premiere, is every Monday. So be here. What else you gonna do on Monday? You want the drama? I serve it on a platter. Isn't that right, my audience? So I guess I'll see you here on Monday, because you know you love me. What is a Naomi Talk Show, baby? Woo. Thank you, OnlyFans, Tony. Oh, and part 1 and part 2 of my interview with Tony, this guy here, OnlyFans Tony, is available now. Check it out.
Hey guys, this is Jay from the Morning News, and I'm here to tell you what we bring with the news. So first of all, we bring the news. Another deadly ICE shooting in Houston this week. A Mexican man who had been living in the U.S. for decades got shot because he looked like the person they were looking for. A wild black bear in Anchorage, Alaska, shocked shoppers by casually wandering inside a busy mall to steal a fresh peach.
Oh my gosh, look at that! Is that a real bear?
A high school junior in Topeka, Kansas, convinced the driver of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile to give his group a ride to prom. Next stop, prom!
Woohoo! This is the coolest ride there is.
From the news, we go to the weather with the Weather Girl to get the latest weather reports for you guys.
Hey guys, it's me, Mimi, the weather girl, here to bring you all the weather. Like a severe storm system slammed into Chile. Over 125 million Americans across the U.S. and Canada are facing air quality alerts as thick smoke from Canadian wildfires drifts into some major cities.
Then from the weather, we go to the latest sports all around the world. The coach of England's soccer team announced he will remain with the England national team to lead them into Euro 2028, despite their semi-final exit. I am here today to confirm that I will remain as the head coach of England. I will lead the team into Euro 2028, no matter what. Stage 13 of the Tour de France wrapped up with GC contenders trading blows as the race entered its final stretch. All the news will be on a weekly basis every Wednesday, and that will be all the news from all around the world every Wednesday. So if you like the news how I bring it, come and check it out, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date and get the latest news.
Get into the office immediately.
Okay, Captain. What the hell am I using this gun for? Who wants a piece of me?
This next mission is top tier. You screw this up, you will never see a mission again in your lives. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Get it done. Mission starts now.
This is too easy.
Does anyone want to try a gun?
Absolutely!
I didn't mean in this quarters.
Oops, sorry.
I know you heard the whisper.
What about me?
What about you?
Hey, that's not fair.
Life's not fair.
You know you all about that green, so come and see me.
Alright, let's see what you got. Whoa, slow down! Wait, where'd you go?
You need to be faster than that. This is really good. It could be a lot warmer, but it's really good.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? You are really heavy. Aren't you supposed to be a superhero?
Weight shouldn't be a problem.
Do you want me to drop you?
You wouldn't dare.
I'll handle these 5.
Look at you, walking up the streets with your head.
I got this one!
This one is so cool.
Now I'm gonna finish it. I told you when I see you.
No! Don't hit that button!
And I'm gonna not let go. And trust me,
What are we watching?
Of course, my movie on YouTube, Naomi Who. Do you not see my billboard? That's me. I'm on the wall. I look great, right?
Why am I not on the poster? I'm also in the movie.
But you're not the lead. I'm the lead.
That's not fair.
It's out July 31st. I'll see you soon, guys. See my movie on YouTube.
But you cannot leave me here alone. Cut! Great job, Mimi!
Oh, mine! Oh, what a beautiful day to show my love in every way. To be a wife you will find. What a beautiful day like this to fill the home with tender bliss. I love my husband dear. A beautiful day to show my love, to be the perfect wife for you. Beautiful day to say I love you more and more each day, to be a perfect wife for you. Oh, love is such a wondrous thing. To my dear husband I will cling, to love and to cherish each day, to be a good wife come what may.
I think you're gonna have to pay for that.
Thank you for giving me a ride home. I don't think I could have put this all on my bike.
You think?
Well, I felt bad, so I had to buy the whole entire store pretty much.
Look, cousin, I know you don't want to hear this, but the guy doesn't have a clue to save his ass. He's not that bright. You say all he loves is soccer and his parents. Why are you still making this work? You should just break this off now, before it becomes exhausting. I mean, look at you. You're sitting here in this bar pouting. You know I hate when you pout. It's just one of those guys that will never get it.
Okay, cousin, I'll see you later.
Get out of the street, cousin!
You.
And you.
What are you staring at?
I can ask you the same thing.
I asked you first. Oh, your dad let you out of the house? Oh, that's great. You're not in timeout. Timeout. Good for you, Pete.
First of all, I'm a grown man. I'm over the age of 20, so don't be sarcastic, and I keep telling you I'm not afraid of him.
Sure.
I don't know if this is like some type of prank. Every time I see you, you're always talking about me being terrified of my own father. It's not funny.
Oh dear, that must be him now. Honey, I'm sorry, I thought you were my husband. This is the Vanatten residence. Am I speaking with, I'm so sorry, but my husband is not home right now, he's at work. He'll be home later after 5, you can call then. Okay? Thank you, have a great day. That was strange. You're late again. Why are you late tonight?
Oh, I got caught up at work.
You mean you got caught up with your father?
Don't start. I'm just trying to have a great meal tonight.
You know, honey, you have to start making me a priority in your life. I feel like I'm the last person you take serious in this relationship.
Listen, that's violent.
The first thing you think about when you wake up is your parents or your job or soccer. That's not fair to me. When I wake up, I think about you. I make your lunch, I make sure you're leaving the house with your brains attached.
Why do you always do this? Why do you always try to make me feel like I'm the villain? Because I love my parents?
You are the villain! Because you don't treat me the same.
That's not true. I'm not gonna argue with you all the time about this. We're already married, you should just go ahead and accept it.
I will never accept it!
What's wrong, son? Was it another fight between you and her?
Yes. She doesn't understand that you guys are older and that I need to take care of you, regardless if she likes it or not.
I'm so proud of you, son. You remind me of my own father. I'm very proud of you, son. But I don't think she's the woman for you.
In fact, you tell me that all the time.
You have to fix the sink. Look at it. Looks like a sprinkler went off in here.
I wonder lost too.
We're back from commercial and we're sitting down literally this time. This is the new addition to the show, more personal. I like it. What do you think, Taylor?
I'm absolutely on it to be the first.
Well, I just have to say, Taylor, I'm an absolute fan of Elementary. I know you guys won a couple of awards.
Yeah.
It is a really funny show.
Yeah.
Now, this is a show that I watched a little bit before I started YouTube, so I actually got in deep with the show, very heavy.
Yeah.
Me and my husband used to watch it when we were eating dinner.
Yeah.
My husband actually thinks the show is quite funny because he's more into the fantasy,
Yeah.
Pokemon, Harry Potter type of franchise of things, when I have a very mixed variety in my bag. We both also have seen Everybody Hates Kris. I don't know how many episodes I have seen of that show, but I know I've seen a lot, like many. Sometimes they would even have marathons on TV.
Yeah.
This is the question out of nowhere. It's just a random question to literally have work with Chris Rock on that show, Everybody Hates Kris, and see that slap on TV from Will Smith. What did you think?
Why? I honestly think everybody was shocked when it happened. You know, it was like so random. At first, we all probably thought it was a joke, including me. I thought it was a joke or a skit.
Yeah.
I like both of the actors. You know, we shouldn't be fighting like this, you know? So I thought it was like disrespectful, you know, the slap anybody.
You know, when I'm always going to pick Kris first because, you know, that show helped me to find my career. And there was other shows that helped too, but that show really helped me find myself.
Yeah. So I think my next question is, being that you're not from the 90s or the 80s, my era, where I was used to what you were actually wearing on the show, how did it feel to play in the era?
When I first, you know, dressed up and put on the clothes, I was like, oh my God, this is what they wore back in the day. And then the floor model TVs and just kind of the cars were quite cool.
Yeah.
It was quite strange just happened into that role because you're right, I'm not born from that decade, but it was fascinating. It was like stepping into a time machine, you know, and living in that era. But awesome to know once it was over, I can step back into my own era and kind of get back into the way I'm used to doing things.
I think anybody in the 90s or the 70s or the 80s probably dreamed that we could have had the iPhones in our times and the tablets and the VR sets. It would have been quite cool, you know? Like, we didn't have the struggle was real over here. It was quite fun because we got to deal with nature, you know, and survival and experiences and milk cottons much more than you guys. No, I need to know how it was working with Tichina Arnold because I absolutely loved her, and Martin with Gina and Shanae Nay. The three of them are my favorite characters, including Markeem. I'm sorry, audience and viewers, this AI is even playing with me, or this Mac is even playing in my face, but I meant to say Martin. I don't know what the hell the AI said, but I repeat it again, Martin. I absolutely thought she played it fabulous as your mother because she was most mother, you know, in that time. You know, they were very loud and obnoxious, just like her. Was it fun, her playing your mom?
Oh, both of them were amazing. They are talented actors.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've been doing a lot of work in the industry. So, you know, having them as parents on the show felt exactly like that.
Yeah.
Both of them are veterans. I also am a fan of Martin.
Yeah.
And knew she was in Martin. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, Martin was before my time, but I still have seen it prior to doing Kris.
Yeah.
But both of them are amazing. They treat us very well. It was just like a really good, nice set to be on. You know, very calm, very chill. Everybody got along. And actually, Chris Rock really fought really hard for her to be on the show, Tichina Arnold. They really didn't want her at first. They kind of wanted someone else, but he fought for her to be there for me. So that's why I said we're kind of like a family because we knew what we were getting ourselves into. And we knew that it could go either way. It could be the best thing ever or a bust.
So like I said before, you have won a couple of awards for Elementary. I love Lab Rats, by the way. But was that your brother or was that you who played in Lab Rats? That's the question.
I think you got me confused with the other black guy on Lab Rats. I only played a guest star appearance in season 2, so I wasn't like a cast member of the show, just a guest star only. A lot of fans get confused a lot with my work and my brother's work because we look so similar.
Oh shit, my bad. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, but we're not here for your brother. We're here for you. Let's talk about Elementary. So how did you get the gig? Like, did you have to audition? Did you have to get in line with everyone else? Was it like 13 actors that you had to be knocked out of a line for? How did that go?
That's actually a funny story. I kind of worked with the creator on another job, so she kind of recommended me this role. Creator Quinta Brunson, she kind of handpicked me personally, so I got lucky. Definitely still had that, you know, tested, you know, for the writers, and, you know, I definitely did a small audition, but I blew that away, obviously. But yeah, she pretty much had me in the back of her mind. So you kind of asked me, Creator Quinta Brunson, about it. I was thrilled. I auditioned. They loved the audition, and the rest is history. I kind of relate to the character. I mean, obviously I don't have any experience, you know, because I was homeschooled, because I was an actor very young.
That was exactly what I was just about to ask you next, was being that you were homeschooled and an actor most of your life. How the hell would you know anything about being a teacher? So did you have to do any home training or get any certificates, or are you smart at math or education? How do you know that you're pretty much doing what it takes to have these kids learn? I know it's a fake show, but I'm just saying.
Nope, it was solid acting. No certificate, no certain classes, nothing like that. I'm pretty sure the kids I'm acting with is probably smarter than me now. I'm just kidding. But no, just solid. Acting comedy.
But I think that's the brilliance of the show. We don't kind of really do too much education. I mean, you see it here and there, but it's more like goofing around. It feels almost unscripted at times.
I think that's why we were nominated and won some awards for this show, because of the brilliance and comedy that it brings. It makes a lot of families come together, and it's brilliant, and it's script writing. And I don't think you see that on today's television as much. So to deliver that the way we did and have so many characters that are funny on the show, you know, I'm glad to be a part of that.
So the show was nominated, obviously, and some of your co-stars won some awards, and you were nominated, but you didn't win any awards. How do you feel about that, knowing you're on an award-winning show?
Well, to be honest, it really doesn't matter to me if I win or not. Just being nominated is a great award, obviously, and knowing that I'm on a show that has won awards, that's an award itself. I'm very honored by that.
I'm just glad that, you know, people love Elementary the way they love it. You know, because I love working on it. And I'm happy to know that we have gone through these many seasons, and I hope we get a few more, on the horizon. Wish us luck that we do, but it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah, well, thank you for absolutely coming on the show.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a fan of your work. I love the show you're currently on, and I love the old stuff.
Yeah.
So is there anything in the near future, like movies or another show that you're working on, that you could tell us about at this moment in time and, give us the exclusive access?
Well, I'm always going to stay working. That's obvious. But I do have some stuff that I'm working on, but I need to make sure that it's a definite thing before I start, talking about it.
Yeah.
And I do want to thank you for bringing me on the show and choosing me. I feel very honored.
Yeah.
And the very few that you've already had on the show. So thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. But no, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate that all my very small little talk show late night here on YouTube. But Taylor, can you stay just for a little longer for my music video of the week?
I love your music videos of the week. So absolutely, I'll stay and watch this video with you for the week, guys. Her videos are so great.
I do a music video of the week every week. I'm dropping a song this week that's going to be pretty much representing me.
Yeah.
My new music video is basically an animated Candyland version of the movie. We have action sequences, but everything is glitter and bright colors. It drops this week, is everything. We went all out with the visuals.
The energy is incredible.
It captures the vibe perfectly.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is one of the songs in Naomi Who, so I pretty much had to make a music video for this.
Listen, this contract is not gonna happen, okay? I don't want him nowhere near my husband. He's not a good person.
It's a job done. I need to know, so we can move on to step 2.
I know you're lying, you know you don't got the time. Sitting here playing with my mind. Cool is fine. I'm not gonna take this now. I got to go. No.
Chocolate. This is gonna be amazing. Cheers to that. Best pancake ever.
I'm not going out that door. My God, I just don't understand. Why did you choose me? Stomach grows me hungry, even if they have to leave your ass cold. Tight on your toes, you about to be a jungle. Ready in my time, got your son watching. Why you acting like a pussy asshole? Put your head down like this, looking like a show. My head shaking, now we see your body, but just trying to be honest. I'm not going out that door.
done?
No, sir, she got away.
Does anybody know how to do anything around here? I'll get this done myself.
Welcome to the Sweet Show! Everyone, let's dance right
Enough of your nonsense. I'm tired of you coming for me. This ends here.
Sure.
Get your ass up!
You're not worthy to be his father. Stay here where you belong.
No! Get back here!
Whoa, that was crazy. We're done here.
Once again, I want to thank Taylor for stopping by my show, where we're going to get out of here now, but I will see you next week with Kenya from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She'll be stopping by. And also, I'm going to have a short conversation with a social media influencer who gathered controversy over the last couple of months and been in the headlines, so come back for that next week. Make sure you check out my talk show on Mondays and Jay's News on Wednesdays and my superhero movie. All right, bye guys.
Disclaimer. The characters, celebrities, public figures, and other individuals portrayed or referenced in Late Night Show with Naomi are fictionalized representations created solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, is either coincidental, used in a clearly fictional, satirical, or parody context. No real person was harmed, endangered, or involved in the creation of this production. The events, conversations, scenarios, and portrayals presented are intended strictly for entertainment, creative storytelling, and audience enjoyment. This program is not intended to defame, misrepresent, harass, or harm any individual, organization, or group. Viewer discretion and understanding of the fictional nature of the content are appreciated. All rights reserved. Entertainment purposes only.